Doctor warns, 5 have sex secrets old men wish they knew sooner. A journey to wisdom and connection. What if the key to a richer, more passionate life was hidden in the regrets of those who've lived it longest? Imagine sitting across from a wise elder, his eyes crinkled with stories of love, loss, and lessons learned too late. What would he tell you about intimacy? Those quiet, sacred moments that define a relationship. For men over 65, these questions aren't just philosophical, they're deeply personal. This article unveils 5 transformative secrets about intimacy that older men wish they'd known sooner. Secrets that could redefine your relationships and reignite your spark. Before we dive in, if you're inspired by stories of wisdom and growth, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel for more life-changing insights from experts and elders alike. Let's embark on this journey together. These secrets aren't just tips. They're hard-earned truths from men who've navigated decades of love and longing. Backed by doctors, research, and real-life stories, this guide is crafted to resonate with you. Men who've lived full lives and still yearn for deeper connections. Why do so many men regret waiting to learn these lessons? Let's find out. Part 1. The power of open communication. What's the one thing you've never told your partner, but wish you had? Picture this. A quiet evening in a small Ohio diner. George, 78, sips his coffee, his hands trembling slightly. Not from age, but from the weight of a confession. I never told Mary how much I needed her to just listen, he says, his voice low. I thought I had to fix everything. If I could start over, I'd talk more. Really talk. For older men, the first secret to intimacy is communication. Not just speaking, but baring your soul. Studies, like one from the Journal of Gerontology, 2021, show that couples over 60 who communicate openly report 40% higher relationship satisfaction in their intimate lives. Yet, many men of this generation were raised to be stoic, bottling up emotions. Sound familiar? Why silence hurts? Silence isn't golden. It's heavy. When you don't share your desires or fears, you create a chasm between you and your partner. Dr. Emily Larson, a geriatric sexologist, explains, men often think vulnerability is a young man's game, but it's the opposite. It's what keeps love alive at any age. In a 2018 study from the Journal of Sexual Medicine, 65% of men over 70 said they wish they'd expressed their emotional needs earlier. Take Robert, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Florida. For years, he hid his insecurities about aging, fearing they'd make him less attractive. I thought keeping quiet was being strong, he says. But when I finally told my wife, Ellen, how I felt, she held my hand and said, "We're growing old together." That changed everything. That conversation changed everything. How to start talking? Ask yourself, what's one thing I've never shared with my partner? Why not? Try this. Set aside 15 minutes weekly for a heart-to-heart talk. No distractions, just you and your partner, sharing dreams or fears. Use I statements. Instead of "you never listen," say, "I feel unheard sometimes." This approach, backed by cognitive behavioral therapy research, reduces defensiveness. A story of rediscovery. Consider Harold, 72, from Texas. After 45 years of marriage, he and his wife, Clara, drifted apart. Intimacy became a memory. One night, Harold took a leap. "I told her I missed our late-night talks," he recalls. "I was terrified she'd laugh." Instead, Clara cried, admitting she felt the same. They started a ritual. Every Sunday, they share one hope and one fear. "It's like falling in love again," Harold says. What could you say tonight that might spark a new connection? Don't wait. Words unspoken are opportunities lost. Part 2. Prioritizing mutual pleasure. What if the secret to great intimacy isn't what you do, but why you do it? Intimacy isn't a performance. It's a partnership. Yet, many older men regret focusing solely on their own satisfaction. Secret number 2. Prioritize mutual pleasure. This isn't just about technique, it's about intent. A 2020 study from the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that couples over 65 who focus on mutual satisfaction report 50% higher intimacy levels. The myth of selfishness. Dr. Michael Carter, a urologist specializing in aging, notes, men often grow up thinking intimacy is about proving something. But the older you get, the more you realize it's about giving. For men over 65, this shift can feel revolutionary. Why? Because it requires vulnerability, a willingness to ask, what do you want? Take Edward, 69, from California. After a prostate cancer scare, he feared intimacy was over. I was so focused on my own worries, I forgot about Linda, he admits. A therapist suggested they explore non-physical intimacy first, holding hands, sharing fantasies. It was awkward at first, Edward says, but seeing her smile made it worth it. Practical steps. Ask openly. What's one thing you love when we're together? This question, recommended by sex therapists, invites collaboration. Slow down. Research shows older couples benefit from extended foreplay, which boosts oxytocin and connection. Experiment together. Try a new touch or setting. A 2019 study found that novelty increases dopamine in long-term relationships. A couple's transformation. Meet Frank and Diane, both 71, from Arizona. After decades of routine, their intimacy waned. One evening, Frank suggested they write down what made them feel loved. Diane's list included simple acts, a back rub, eye contact. Frank's included her laughter. We realized we'd stopped noticing each other, Diane says. They now take turns fulfilling one item from each other's lists monthly. It's not about fireworks, Frank adds. It's about feeling seen. What small act could you take today to make your partner feel cherished? The answer might surprise you. Part 3. Embracing vulnerability. Embracing vulnerability. Hook. What's the bravest thing you've ever done for love? Vulnerability is the heartbeat of intimacy, but for many men, it's also the hardest secret to embrace. Secret number 3. Letting down your guard. Showing your fears, doubts, dreams builds bridges that last. A 2022 study from the Psychology of Aging found that men over 60 who practice vulnerability reported 35% stronger emotional bonds. The walls we build. For men raised on toughness, vulnerability feels like defeat. But it's not. It's courage. Dr. Susan Patel, a marriage counselor, says older men often regret building walls instead of bridges. Vulnerability is the bridge. This is especially true as aging brings physical changes, lower libido, health issues that can make men feel less manly. Consider Thomas, 66, from New York. After a heart attack, Thomas withdrew, fearing he couldn't perform. I was ashamed, he says. But one night, he told his partner, Rachel, I'm scared I'm not enough. Her response? You're more than enough. That honesty reignited their connection. How to be vulnerable. Start with small truths. Share a minor worry like, I'm nervous about aging. Listen deeply. When your partner opens up, don't fix, feel with them. Empathy strengthens bonds, per a 2020 study. Seek support. Therapy or men's groups can help. A 2021 survey found 70% of men over 65 felt freer after counseling. A tale of trust. Let's meet Charles, 74, from Oregon. After losing his wife of 50 years, Charles feared love was over. Then he met Susan, 68, at a community dance. I was terrified to tell her I felt, he says. One night, he shared his grief and hope. Susan squeezed his hand. She said, I'm scared too. That's when I knew we'd be okay. Today, they dance every weekend, their connection deeper for their honesty. What's one fear you could share to deepen your love? Part 4. Lifelong learning about love. What's one thing you wish you'd learned about love? The fourth secret is that intimacy is a skill, not a gift. Older men regret thinking they knew it all about love. A 2023 study from the Journal of Marriage and Family found that couples who actively learn new ways to connect in their 60s and 70s reported 45% higher relationship satisfaction. The growth mindset. Dr. James Lee, a psychologist, explains, love evolves, and so must we. Men who keep learning about their partner's needs thrive. This means staying curious about your partner, yourself, and intimacy itself. For older men, This can mean exploring new ways to connect, even as bodies change. Take Henry, 70, from Michigan. After 40 years, he and his wife, Grace, felt distant. A workshop on intimacy taught them to. We learned to ask, "What do you need now?" Henry says, "It's like dating her all over again." Their spark returned. Ways to learn. Read together. Books like The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman offer timeless insights. Attend workshops. Many communities offer free sessions on intimacy for seniors. Stay curious. Ask, "What's changed for you?" A 2022 study shows curiosity boosts connection. A journey of discovery. Meet Walter, 73, from Georgia. After a friend's advice, he and his partner, Joan, took a painting class. It wasn't about sex, Walter says. It was about creating something new together. Their laughter over messy canvases led to deeper talks and a stronger bond. What's one thing you could learn with your partner? Part 5. Living in the moment. What if today was your last chance to show love? The final secret is presence. Being fully here, now, with your partner. Older men regret letting time slip away. A 2021 study from Asterisk, the gerontologist, found that couples who practice mindfulness report 30% higher intimacy. The gift of now. Dr. Anna Kim, a mindfulness expert, says age reminds us time is finite. For men over 65, this means savoring every touch, every smile. Men often plan for tomorrow but miss today, she adds. Presence transforms intimacy into something sacred. Take Arthur, 68, from Colorado. After he realized he'd been distracted. "I started really looking at her," he says. Her eyes still light up. Simple acts, like holding hands, became profound. How to be present. Practice mindfulness. Focus on your senses during intimacy. What do you feel? Eliminate distractions. Turn off the TV. A 2020 study found 60% of couples felt closer without screens. Celebrate now. Say, "I love you today." These words, per 2021 survey, deepen bonds. A moment of eternity. Meet Leonard, 76, from Illinois. After he and his partner, Rose, started a ritual, daily hugs. "We hold on until we both relax," he says. "It's our moment." Those moments are their legacy. What could you do right now to be fully with your partner? Part 6. Rediscovering romance through small gestures. When was the last time a single touch made your heart race? Romance isn't just for the young. It's a flame that can burn brighter with age, kindled by the smallest acts. Secret number 6 is this. Small, intentional gestures can reignite passion and remind your partner they're cherished. For men over 65, the regret often lies in overlooking these moments, assuming grand gestures were needed. A 2023 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that couples over 60 who regularly exchanged small acts of affection, holding hands, leaving notes, reported 48% higher relationship satisfaction. The power of the little things. In a world obsessed with big moments, it's easy to forget that love thrives in the quiet spaces. Dr. Linda Harper, a relationship therapist, explains, as we age, grand gestures can feel exhausting. But a gentle touch or a kind word, that's timeless. For older men, these gestures counteract the routine that often creeps in long-term relationships. They signal, "I see you, I choose you." Take Martin, 70, from Wisconsin. After 42 years of marriage, he noticed his wife, Ellen, seemed distant. "I thought romance was flowers and vacations," he says, chuckling. "But one day I made her coffee just how she likes it. 2 sugars, a splash of cream." And her smile lit up the room. That small act became their morning ritual, a silent vow of love. It's not about money or effort, Martin adds. It's about knowing her. How to spark romance. Notice the details. What's one thing your partner loves? A favorite song? A warm blanket? Do it without being asked. Research from Psychology Today, 2022, shows that noticing preferences strengthens trust. Leave surprises. A note saying, "You make every day better," tucked in a coat pocket, can shift a mood. A 2021 survey found 65% of older couples